2017 Hot 6 GSL Season 1 Code S Round of 16.
Did someone say
When it's still
esports?
No, but someone said
No,
Hot
sorry.
6 in
Someone said
GSL.
email. I'm like, oh, my bad. I think you said esports. I was just checking. But email, esports both start with an E and a dash. You know.
Did someone say emu?
Did someone say emu sports?
That would be a good team
Emu
name.
sports would be a great
Head of
name.
an emu as your logo.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than a lot of these sports teams out there, I gotta tell you.
You would make a great emu, by the way.
I would.
You would be you could be like the king emu. And what would I make pretty good? I think I'd make a good werewolf.
You try to give yourself like really cool
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
a werewolf and then me an emu, and it doesn't really work.
I'm like, if I was a Mortal Kombat character, I would be Scorpion, and then Artos has to come in and say, no, you'd be Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Know your place.
I think you would, what animal would you be? You know, maybe one of the tube worms at the bottom of the ocean that lets up sulfur, like one of those.
I think my spirit animal is a sloth.
It could be.
Yeah.
You are very sloth-like in a lot. Like, you only got 3 toes.
Yeah, there's that.
You know, mold grows on you.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Takes you a long time to get anywhere.
Yeah. Sometimes I confuse one of my arms for one of the branches on the tree, and I grab onto it and fall.
Does that actually happen?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Every once in a while, sloths fall out of trees because they're moving so slow and they confuse a branch for their arm.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is a great fact. Thank you. I will find videos of that
No
tonight.
problem. All right, guys. This is the losers match. One of these two players is about to be eliminated. Our Madness Newkirk precinct. Let's do this. Leenock versus Trav here in the GSL. In the bottom left, in the blue,
Leenock.
and he comes knocking at your door.
Ooh, that's scary. Don't worry, because you have a generic
It's up.
green wings.
Wait,
Jin Air Green Wings.
it's up.
Trap.
There you go. Got it.
All right.
You know, in some ways, I feel like Hero should have had the ID trap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just based off the play style.
Well, anyone named Hero should have a different ID because that is
Yeah.
the least original ID.
All right, we need to do.
Thank God they cap it differently, all the heroes.
So the ID Hero overused, the ID Rain overused. Somehow the ID. Oh, you came from Denmark. Thank you for coming down. That's
Oh,
a long
wow.
trip. The ID Maynard somehow has become more used than it should have been. Sorry. True Maynard, the one from Australia, who also invented the worker transfer.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that there's been several Maynards. And wasn't
Yeah,
it like
there
the
was a
drummer for
StarCraft
Metallica or something? Was
Yeah.
Maynard?
Yeah.
right?
I forget what band, but yeah.
There's been
there
a
was, like,
surprising
some
number of people that
musician.
are. Yeah.
But,
Maynard's happened a lot. What else has come around? But Rain and Hero definitely been used a lot.
yeah, way too much those two for sure. I'm trying to think of something else.
I don't think there's anything that comes close.
Maybe Marine.
Yeah, well,
The word Marine
that's
is
a
too
weird.
much.
The Marine has been used a lot.
Yeah.
For sure. Anyways, guys, it's good to have you down here. We are back at the GSL Code S at what our normal time was, starting here at 6:30, so we can hit all those viewers that are over in Europe. We'll never forget about you guys in Europe.
Yeah. And their tight pants.
And their tight pants and their pointy shoes.
That's right.
Artosis, a long time ago, pointed out to me when we were working at esports events, you know, because I was like, well, you know, is that guy from this place or that place? He goes, just look at the shoes, man.
Yeah.
When you're working at esports events, the guys with the pointy shoes are the ones from Europe.
Yeah, and in fact, with how pointy they are and how singularly colorful they are, like if they're only one color and they're very pointy, we're getting East Europe there.
Yeah, there you go.
There's actually,
We've
like, you
broken
can tell
this
by the
down.
shoes.
Europe has had a long and rich tradition of people wearing pointy shoes and pulling it off.
It's very true.
And then, of course, on Saturdays we go over to our friends in North America, making a North American-friendly time. So if you guys are in the States, don't forget you can catch GSL. It would probably be around Friday night your time.
And they all wear high tops.
Yeah, and they've got the high tops.
What, are you going to a basketball game, buddy?
Yeah. They are.
Yeah.
Because they're American.
That's right. And they all play basketball.
Every single one of them.
So, this match, Trap is really solid in PVZ. So I'm a little bit worried for Leenock. I wonder if he's going to try to do anything aggressive. Okay, sees the Oracle before it's popping out.
Yeah, very good for him there.
Green covers. Wow!
Yeah, the green
As if there's ever been an Oracle in the past year that has gotten more than 3 drone kills. I don't believe it's the case.
Well, the Oracle pressure has kind of, in some ways, turned into like the Reaper pressure.
Yes,
we
it has.
always know
Very much
exactly
so.
how many workers it's going to kill.
It's like scouting and also saying, "Don't attack me with lings early." Like,
yeah,
and yeah, I mean, you could get 2 drones with this, and it goes red basically. But you might even get more than that here. Let's see. Oh, 3, 4.
4.
That's a huge amount of drones.
Oh my God, the meta's changed.
Yeah.
4 kills, not bad. It is pretty bruised, so I don't know if he's going to dive back in there. You got to remember that you want that Oracle alive for the entire game. You need to be tagging the Zerg army, keeping tabs on what they're trying to do.
Yeah, even stasis wards can be really useful against Baneling roll-ins and stuff.
Protoss slowly pushes out, but note the second Oracle that's being made here.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's really good, too, because there's a group of lings being made right now, so he could be trying to do something a little bit cheeky. Yeah, he continues to make lings, so definitely going to be an attack coming up, possibly with Banelings as well, as that Baneling nest is on the way. But with 2 Oracles, and if he makes a Mothership Core as well, and 3 Gates of Adepts, should be able to hold on here. And this is why I'm a little bit afraid for Leenock, because Trap plays very solid builds like the one we're watching here. Like, he hasn't cut any corners, to be honest. This is pretty normal what we're seeing, right? Like, this is a good ladder build, for instance.
Yeah. I think I'm glad that you point that out, Artosis, because for a lot of people watching, sometimes you don't know which build you're supposed to be copying.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of strats that you see these guys doing. They don't most likely ever do that on the ladder. They do that in a best of 3 or a best of 5.
It's a completely different type of meta, but like just generally speaking, when you watch Trap play this matchup, it's good stuff to copy.
God.
Yeah, look at this.
Peekaboo nerd.
And there you go. Like, Trap has an advantage now in this game.
Yeah.
There was a lot of money put into these lings, a lot of larvae that could have been drones.
The strat's basically been bungled now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Like, he's not dead. He still has a good economy. It's just Trap, like, Leenock needed that to do something to have an advantage, but now Trap is like completely on top of everything in the whole world.
Ling's now being driven back out here, as there's been a huge hiccup in the strat that Leenock was trying to pull off here. I think Trap definitely feeling really confident after that. And look at this, he's just following the Lings around.
Yeah.
Because why not? He can keep tabs on him very easily that way.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. And even the Mothership Core getting a few hits in here and there.
It actually forces him to be active with it. I like it.
Yeah, and the Prism actually going across the map, which is kind of cool. Has only a couple of depths in there. He'll just poke a little bit, and he'll see what units are being made and whatnot. A lot of Lings just got produced. A lot of them. Templar Archives on the way. Charge is going to be finishing up as well as +1. Huh. Thing is, there's no like Baneling speed or anything, so I'm not sure what he's doing with that many.
He
lings.
might have thought he was about to get attacked.
Oh,
no, there's
you know what? You're right.
starting here.
Yeah, I think he probably did think he was about to be attacked, maybe.
Well, you know, sometimes things do get out of hand. The Warp Prism gets in there and he starts warping in. Nowadays, it seems like more players just drop. They use the Warp Prism to just drop over here and try to hit some stuff and then run away.
Yeah.
Because initially, at the start of Legacy of the Void, it was like everybody was like massing in Adepts.
Yeah.
And like it was working for a long time, and then all the Zergs just had enough Lings, and they just call the Adepts and be like, all right, you wasted all those units.
Oh, look
okay,
at this.
Banelings and Zerglings. A little bit of indecisiveness here.
Yeah, the Baneling's going to smash through this wall, and so he will unpower a little bit and get a bunch of Lings, and these do have +1 as well, so definitely dealing quite a bit of damage. Only 3 probes dying so far, but more definitely could on the way.
Yep, some of those probes bruised in the back. 7 kills total now. But you know, that attack wasn't that impactful back there.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, like the lost mining time, 7 probes. Thing is, he just lost 5 drones to a 2 Adept attack. And the Adepts and the Prism can get away in something like that. Well, maybe the Adepts, I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. But like the fact is, like all these Lings and Banes are now gone, and did he do enough damage for that? I don't think so, man. Like this, if I'm Trap here, I'm happy as a clam.
As a clam,
yeah.
We know they are very happy creatures.
They should be.
Mm-hmm.
They.
That's your spirit animal, Artos. This is the clam. Clams turtle pretty hard too, man. Just like your style of play.
Clams don't have like a real nervous system, right? They just have like nerve cords.
Maybe. Sure, why not? I'll just accept that.
Yeah. I don't know if that means happiness or not. I'm just like, where? At what level of consciousness, or do they have consciousness? That's an interesting one.
Ooh. Nice. That actually locks out a lot of those Lings.
Yeah, that messed up everything.
That was about as good of a trap as you could set right there.
Ooh, I see what you did
Oh,
there.
yeah, look, I didn't even mean to do that, but it happened. We now have Protoss pushing forward here. Those Banelings attempting to connect, a lot of them getting gunned down. Force fields coming up. The Hydras are beginning to get shaved off.
Yeah, a lot more Lings coming out with these Hydras now. Some Speed Banes as well. He's got to connect those onto the Adepts, not onto the Archons. Hydras deal with Archons well, but certainly Lings and Banes do not.
Yep, and the push is not stopping here. Trap with a lot of momentum here. Not even focusing down the third base just yet. Excuse me, now he's going to rotate down here. I thought he might push all the way into the second to try to get on top of the rally point.
Yeah, he's backing up a little bit, trying to get some more Warp and some more Archons on the way. So many Lings made as reinforcements, but with 4 Archons.
Oh my god, I didn't see those Zealots into those Overlords there.
Oh boy.
The longer that this fight is going on over here, the more time is lost from mining for Leenock. And it seems like Protoss just barely continuously has enough here.
Yeah, even if he holds this.
I think that is basically game. Well, he can keep pushing. Zerg's not mining from 2 bases at this point in time.
His economy is just completely shattered.
I think he actually is mining from that 4th base.
Maybe the 4th, but he lost like all the drones at the 3rd, so that's really rough. Trap has taken an additional base during this, and as long as he continues to macro, like I think what we'll see here is this will just barely, maybe. Nah.
Well, that's going to be
not.
it. GG. Trap takes game number 1. Leenock has to make no more mistakes from here on out.
Yeah.
Or he's going to be out of the GSL Code S.
Does not want that. That would be really rough for him. He is the last remaining Zerg. Of course, Sue made it into the round of 8, but a lot of people hoping that Leenock can make it as well. Don't want just a sole Zerg representative, especially when he's going up against TY in the next round. Oh my god. So Leenock's got to pull it together, but the thing is, stylistically, I think he just has a tough time against Trap because Trap he's a safe Protoss. His timings are good.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to find a way to hurt him because a lot of these other Protosses, they'll do some risky stuff. They'll shade in massively, not knowing exactly what's there, or they'll skimp on units and take a quicker third. Not Trap, generally. He just kind of plays safe games, and Leenock is an aggressive Zerg overall, so it's hard for him to really find a way in.
Trap is a Protoss I want to be when I grow up. Solid, constantly getting better.
Yeah.
Leenock, he's going to have to do something pretty drastic if he's going to take this guy on. I don't feel like there's a lot of holes in Trap's playstyle.
All right, Tasteless, here we go. Abyssal Reef going to be map number 2 between Leenock and Trap. Trap only needs one more game, and he gets to fight against Ryung.
Let's see what happens. In the bottom right, in the blue, he is
Leenock.
And his opponent here in the upper left in the red.
Jin Air Green Wings. Trap.
Abyssal Reef. I feel like this is a good map for Protoss, to be honest. Against Zerg, at least. Not against Terran, but like everything where you can try to attack Protoss and try to get aggressive, it's like a ton of little chokes and ramps. It's like
force fields are good.
Yeah, and really Psystorm is great here.
Colossus is really good.
Everything is close together too. Like you can take 5 bases, and they're so close to each other.
And you know what? It's pretty easy to push the Zerg's 4th.
Yeah. It's got the Jim Raynor bottle opener. It's also a magnet. I have that.
I don't have that, and I work here. What the hell is going on?
I don't know if that's from here.
Maybe it's from here.
I think my wife bought it at BlizzCon. I think. Maybe off a website. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how I get things Tasteless. They just show up in my house.
That's a cool bottle opener, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That was the thing, guys. We never talk about it, but Jim Raynor liked to drink, guys.
Yeah, he's pretty heavy.
He's a pretty heavy drinker, man.
Well, you know, I think he's
One
been through
time,
a lot.
in a single player I saw, he got so drunk and emotional, he shot a TV that had Arcturus Menks talking on it. Let's not forget he did that. He did that.
That's incredibly
rude
rude
to
the bar owner.
Whoa, Jim. That was a tube TV. That's an antique. Okay?
Yeah.
And it was a tube TV. But I believe he shot a tube TV. Somebody fact check me on this.
If I recall, wasn't it like in a bar up high too? So this is this small bar that has a tube TV up high. Now that he's destroyed it, even if he pays for it, like, is the next TV this man buys going to fit right there?
Yeah.
He's kind of got a feel
Was he even
to his
allowed
bar.
to have a gun in that bar to begin with?
Yeah,
that seems a little bit reckless.
Well, he was the law, right? So I
That's
guess he
true.
can kind of do what he wants.
That's
but
true.
It's kind of abusing the privilege.
I mean, the only time I've ever wanted to, you know, shoot a TV is when I'm watching streams and I see a Protoss get dropped in Brood War with cracklings. That's when I'm like, yeah, this makes me crazy. But, you know, for him it was Arcturus Menks.
Well, I mean, they didn't really see eye to eye from what I recall.
That's right.
They should have, though. Imagine the power they could have had together.
Yeah.
They could have ruled
if
the whole
Arcturus Menks would
core
just
system.
chill out for a little bit.
No, I think it's Jim Raynor that needs to chill out.
Was it Jim Raynor that needed to chill out?
Did Arcturus Menks not, like, expand the Terran Empire and do a good job governing? Oh, wait. Did he have to make the hard decision of leaving an operative on the ground to win a greater
you know
war?
what? Actually, hold on a second. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you joking? You think he's evil because one of the many people that serve in the Terran army had to die?
But the Terrans also, if I remember correctly, were catching the Zergs. They were trying to study them. But then again, you know what? Of course, that's what humans do. That's what we do.
Yeah, it's called science. You have to study things and learn more about them. It's like so ridiculous.
You're so funny.
Like, come on. But I love her. God, I'm sorry. It sucks. It does. I understand.
I will say that Kerrigan did look good when she had those alien high heel legs.
Oh, yeah.
She had alien biological high heels.
Yeah,
dude. I remember, dude, when I was watching,
butt.
dude. I remember, you know, when you streamed yourself doing the single player Artosis, the chat was so funny.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where like Kerrigan is sending some kind of a transmission over to Jim Raynor, and there's this point in time where she's talking to the camera, and someone says, "Is there an infested cameraman?" Like,
yeah, that was
Kerrigan.
funny.
We're going live in 3, 2, 1, action.
That's so funny. It's mounting a GoPro on a Hydralisk cat or something. Like, now Hydralisk look at Kerrigan.
There's like a Hydralisk sound guy back there with earbuds. Like, all right, this is gonna be. If the sound gets messed up here, Kerrigan's gonna have my ass. So.
That's funny.
All right, guys, are we going to talk about this game more?
Still, the Hydralisk has better sound capabilities than an ASL sound guy.
An ASL sound guy, that legendary meme.
Yeah.
So the Oracle has come out now. He's doing a little bit of poking. Protoss taking a pretty forwarded expand over here.
Yeah, this is not the place you normally see Protosses expand to, but I guess it's as good as anywhere, really.
Well, I don't think it's going to be that much harder to hold, and I guess in some ways it does make it easier to take that other base back there later on. That is one thing about this map is all the bases are kind of bunched up.
Yeah,
in the corners of the map.
It's a twisty, turny little map. Now, Leenock is going into some roaches here that can definitely help him to defend as Glaives is on the way. Will he just go like Ravager, Ling Bane? That's kind of an older composition that we do see sometimes. But the layer is about to finish, and some Zergs love to throw down a Spire. Like someone like Biel, 100% would throw down a Spire coming up here and try to punish.
Biel's pretty good at punishing with his mutas, actually.
Yeah, he's fantastic with mutas.
Not like with muta harass, but just like he knows when to tech to him to really get an advantage. We see a lot of games where that is not the case. Oh, hold up.
He almost likes him too much, I would like.
I know what you're saying,
He really is into mutas.
These Adepts now getting chased back by these roaches. Let's see if he actually phases forward here to try to get on top of these workers. He does not. But it looks like Zerg is basically fended off the Protoss pressure here.
Trap actually adding a second robotics right now.
Yep.
So going to be going very heavily in the Immortals to stop any of these roaches. But, with the Baneling Nest on the way and +2 melee, he doesn't necessarily have to have that many roaches or Ravagers. Like, we could just see a big committal into, like, a lot of Lings and Banes as well, which do a lot better against Immortals.
Ling's coming up now. And he's just forcing out those pylons to get activated, keeping the energy low there. Although I don't think we're going to have an attack anytime soon here. It seems like this is going to be a super conservative game from both sides.
Yeah. It's hard to attack in here as Zerg. Again, it's like the chokes are so small that you're trying to attack through that things like force fields, psi storms, etc. Are just, they're difficult to deal with.
Yeah, and I mean, that really does come down to the whole structure of this map. You know, why would you want to attack immediately? Unless it was like some kind of crazy all-in where they just might not have enough units.
Yeah.
If you're going to attack all the way across the map, they should just have enough to hold you off with that defender's advantage.
Absolutely.
With that travel distance you have to take.
And if you have units that are like good in like for instance, I think that this is overall a Terran map. Like I guess we'll see the overall balance over time, but like there's so many little cliffs and stuff that they can abuse, and like some of the pushes you can do here against Protoss are pretty crazy. But then like in this matchup at least, I try to imagine how the Zerg actually gains a big advantage. Yeah, you can get all these bases right here, but Protoss can, if you can get 4 bases with Protoss and just hold them, you can get any tech you want. And 5 bases, oh my god, you have everything in the whole world.
Yeah. And that's when you have all the building blocks necessary to do a lot of damage.
And super late game air toss is just very tough for Zerg, I guess, is the final part of that thought.
Some ambitious sentries down there. Let's see if he can actually keep them alive. Nicely done. He's going to back up. I don't believe Zerg wants to engage just yet. Well, hold on. He's got Ravagers over here. That was never going to happen.
Oh, this is really putting a clock on him as well, starting to target that down. Some great force fields. Oh, man, killing off Ravagers with this. This is a fantastic late-game Oracle here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's from the early game, but this is such good usage of it right now.
Look at how much damage this is doing. This is so funny.
So much.
Look at this. He just killed 3 Ravagers. This is actually painful to watch, guys.
Yeah, that's really tough for
you guys can cover
Leenock
your eyes if you want to, and I'll just tell you when this is all done. All right, guys, it's over.
There's 7 mutas, now, by the way, about to pop. So you might be able to get something done with those. A lot of Lings, too. This army is not really super well situated for dealing with.
I don't believe that Protoss should actually push just now.
Yeah, I think you should sit back for sure.
Well, he's going to come in here and try to get a few workers, which is fine.
Infestation
pit on these wings.
Quite a few drones actually being taken out by that little pressure. Trap has pulled back. Where are those Mutt-Mutts? There they are.
There they are. Mutt-Mutts looking for an opening here to try to hit. First thing they got to do, though, is get rid of this Oracle that has 8 kills, by the way.
Yeah, 3 of which are Ravagers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he's chasing out that Oracle. I believe Protoss is trying to, Zerg is trying to see if he can't push in here and do some kind of damage now that he does have some of these Ravagers and Banelings especially. Yeah. I just don't know. I feel like Protoss is fine. Protoss doesn't actually have to do anything but keep making stuff and have his army in a good position.
Yeah, I think the main thing that Trap could do to like ensure his survival is tech up into Psystorm. Because he doesn't know exactly what Leenock's plan is here, and that's why he's getting a lot of cannons and phoenixes in case it is something like mass mutas. It's not. It looks like it's going to be a switch into like Bane Hydra basically, which you need Psystorm against that. That's the one thing that could really hurt him here.
Okay, Banelings and Roaches now coming down here, but the sheer amount of Immortals. Whoa! Huge Ling run by over here. Some Warpins, not enough to block off those Lings. They are staying mobile and now moving forward into the main.
Wow, that is a lot of Zerglings getting in here. Some Zealots are warped in to help out. A ton of overcharges go down as well. But this is definitely a distracting thing that's happening right now. In the meantime, he's trying to attack up this hill. Leenock needs more Lings and Banes if he's going to hold on here.
This is a lot of Immortals and Archons here in the front. Let's see if these Roaches can actually manage to do any damage. He traps these Roaches up here for a little bit against those Immortals. Protoss does not appear to be stopping. The push is going to continue on forward here. He does have a Warp Prism to use over here as well. There are more Banelings being made in the back, but they're not finished yet.
Yeah, the force fields are going to run out, though, and with the Hydras plus Speed Banes, he might be able to hold on against this, but behind it, Trap is taking a 4th base and saturating it.
Can he save this hatchery in time? The force fields are gone for now. More coming in. The Phoenixes come up to pick up the remaining amount of units. Only Immortals as more Zealots now spilling. Archons coming down here, and this is beginning to work. I don't know if Trap can hold on, or rather, Leenock can hold on.
And he
GG.
cannot.
Wow. Sick.
Really good kill there by Trap. Like, if he had waited any more time, Leenock would have had enough to actually hold that off right there. But that was just very, very well done. Yeah, Trap is super strong in Protoss vs. Zerg. That's a fact.
Yeah, he's good. I feel bad for Leenock. Just didn't quite have enough. I feel bad for him because you can see how upset he is.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
You know, he's one of the remaining Zergs. No longer, though. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Or it could be a butt. See, now it's a butt.
Could be a butt. Could be
This time it's going to be a heart. Could be. Yeah, actually, yeah, it could be.
Could be a little mouth. Hi, I'm Chasers. Welcome to GSL.
This is the greatest
the red
commentator
Terran
of all
player in the
time.
top right.
Look at Arctosis, you're too good, man.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. We are going to go to a short break. Yeah, keep chewing in there. What does that sound like on the mic? Oh. I don't like
cringing
these at all. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back with more GSL Codex.